What's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again, and once again we're here for another uh, Tuesday race league with the MSR. For those of you that are not in the know, that's Max Speed Racing, and today we are racing at Singapore between the narrow walls of Singapore. This is going to be a race that's leaning far more on your skill outs rather than your your actual speed. I mean, speed does help, of course. Don't get me wrong, but your skill is going to come into play big time. Um, so first of all, let me apologize. I don't have uh, I don't know even what to call it. Me driving around the track. I had some technical issues and the video did not come out correctly. So Uh, yeah, very unfortunate. And again, I apologize for that. Um, looks like it's one of those days where we couldn't get a lot of drivers. That happens every now and again where things just don't line up correctly. So looks like right now we're looking at 10 or 11 drivers. So everybody might be in for points. But that being said, the walls here are so narrow that you're probably going to be seeing a lot of crashes today. Hopefully not meaning that as a commentator's curse, but it is a possibility. So let's check out real fast the standings as they are as of today. I'm Mr. DJ CJ, still in the lead at 244 points. But we have a little swap back here at P2 and P3. Websy was able to overtake Cotton, um, only 88 points behind CJ with 156 points, and at 92 points behind CJ is now Cotton at 152 points. Following that, we have Huggy in fourth with 143 points. Uh, Rogue in fifth with 114 points. BXTN in sixth with 95 points. Jewel in seventh with 80 points. Twiglet in eighth with 71 points. Evil, who will be racing tonight, it's kind of weird after the announcement last week, but you know, as the manager of the league, he does feel the responsibility to jump in when the numbers are lower than he would like them to be. So good on him. That's a great thing. Way to uphold the league. But where was I? So Evil is in ninth place at 57 points. Angry 10th at 47 points. Red Mist 11th at 34 points. Uh, GTR Daily Boy in 12th at 24 points. A lot of 10-point spread in this area. Um, FTR Lando, haven't seen him in a minute. Hopefully he'll be back today, although I do not see him on the list. But he is in 13th with 15 points. Haynes in 8th. In 14th with 8 points. Sam, 15th place with 4 points. Uh, King Daryl. No, that's not Daryl. I just noticed that that's two I's at the end of his name. King Dari is in 16th place with 2 points and a couple of seats available if you guys are interested. And IGM Blinds and GTR Millard in 19th and 20th place, both 0 points. So right now we're just waiting for everybody to ready up as the lobby fills up. usually takes about 5 minutes to make that happen. And as you may have noticed, we got started just a tad bit later than we normally would. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be really difficult. It's an ever growing difficulty to get past I'm Mr. DJ CJ for that lead spot with only, what is it, like 7 races or something? One, two, three, four, five, six, 8 races. 8 races left. Um, so, in my opinion, now some people may feel differently. Uh, Singapore is probably one of the toughest races on the calendar. Although I admittedly am not sure what the last two are here. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know why I didn't notice that before. I'm so used to it ending at Brazil, and then now Australia is back there, or back here at the tail end of the season as well. So things a little different than I normally expect them to be. But as far as I know, Singapore is probably one of the toughest race that we have. One of the toughest races that we have to um, look forward to in the rest of this. Not that these other races aren't tough, but you know, um, Singapore is just a narrow track with walls all the way around. So yeah, so we are just seconds from getting getting stuck into this. So let me go ahead and switch over to here, and as we wait for 20 some odd seconds, or actually, hopefully, everybody else will just ready up before that time comes. You know what? I've never shown you guys. Let me show you guys this. The constructors, have I? Actually, maybe I have once or twice. But for the constructors championship, as we wait for this to count down, Alfa Romeo is in first with 387 points. AlphaTauri, or Tauri, however you like to pronounce that, uh, P2, 136 points behind, with Williams in third, 152 points. That's 235 points behind, as we are now into this qualifying session, just waiting for people to come out. Let's get some things set up for us. Details, let's check out the tires. Telemetry on, data on, track map full. So who's going to bite the bullet first and get out here on this track? I can understand not wanting to right now. The track is going to be a little green for these guys, and that means it's going to be a little bit slippery. So, yeah, everybody kind of waiting for somebody else to jump out, and we've got somebody out. Let's see who that is. It is Crisp76, a new name to me. I did hear that a number of drivers jumped in today, or for this race. I don't know if it was today or earlier in the week or something, but that is always exciting to see new drivers out in the field. Crisp driving with I'm Mr. DJ CJ, so Mr. DJ CJ here in and Crisp here in the Alfa Romeos, looking to both put some big points on the board. So we actually have 12 drivers, so that's cool. Good to know. Good to know. Let's actually check out a new driver. Light Shock 16 on his out lap. And then another new driver is Quickdid on his out lap as well. We have another new driver out on their out lap now, and that is going to be Untied Stone. Okay, Untied Stone. Again, thank you guys all for joining up and hanging out and racing with us. Thank everybody for coming out to watch the race. Really appreciate it. Untied Stone. Hope you guys all find this enjoyable and enlightening as we jump down to Crisp. See what a fast lap is or a hot lap is for him. Coming out to watch the race. Really appreciate it. Now, this is definitely not a hot lap. I don't think. Hope you guys all find this enjoyable and enlightening. Perhaps putting a little more heat into those tires. Actually super understandable. In the meantime, let's go to Light Shock. Definitely looks like he's on a hot lap. Perhaps putting a little more heat into those tires. Actually super understandable. In the meantime, let's using all of that DRS. Looking good around this track. I'll be honest with you. I haven't raced this track in many years. I don't know. I don't have any other titles that run this track, kind of like last week. But so I hopped in it here on F1 2021, and I absolutely struggled as Light Shock aborted that fast lap. I don't have any other titles that run this track, but still took the fastest lap. I guess no one else has had a clean cross yet. I hopped in it here on F1 2021, and I absolutely struggled as Light Shock. Quick hasn't posted a time yet. Let's see what DJ CJ's doing. But still took the fastest lap. I guess no one else has looking good on his hot lap. Let's jump in the car with him. See how he's working his race wheel. Quick hasn't posted a time yet. Actually looking really good. As he pulls into the pit, you can see that his wheel is catching some vibrations as he drives over curbs. That is all to be expected, of course. But outside of that, no real sawing at the wheel or anything. Stone not on a fast lap. As he pulls into the pit, you can see that his wheel is catching some vibrations. Let's check out Haynes. Haynes also does not seem to be on a fast lap. Pardon me. Tickle in my throat. That little bit of drink that I had left is not going to help. Grab a Jolly Rancher. Check out Haynes. Let's see what Rogue is doing. Tickle in my throat. Bunch of drivers looking to put in a medium tire lap right now. I'm kind of surprised by that. around here, I guess. Yeah, no, there's no guessing. I'm surprised by that. As Haynes jumps into P1 with a 137.2, put in a medium tire lap right now. Kind of surprised by that. Around here, I guess. Let's check out last week's driver of the day. As Websy is out on his hot lap right now. I mean, excuse me, on his out lap right now. I've noticed everybody's really using these curbs. Let's check out. That could be dangerous when you're in a fight, but right now it looks like the cars are handling it really well. Right now, I mean, excuse me, on his out lap right now. I think Websy really looking. I've noticed everybody's really using these curbs. Put this car in P1 tonight. When you're in a fight, but right now it looks the momentum he's carrying right now is tremendous. Okay, that was weird. It just jumped to another driver, but that's cool. Sinful Chris. Really looking. Did I say Chris? Sinful Chris. Also a new driver out on his hot lap right now. Put this car in P1 tonight. So the momentum he's carrying right now is tremendous. Of the new drivers, Crisp with a P is looking really good in P2 with a 137. Did I say Chris? 27, just barely behind Haynes, who has a 137.24. Light Shock with a 143.6. Of the new drivers, kind of a bit back there in P6. And then Stone with a 150.8. Further, a little bit further back in 8th, as Crisp just goes through with a 137.5. Looking good here tonight. Putting it up to P3 provisionally. Then Stone with a 150.8. Let's check out Mr. coming back from retirement for this race. Evil on the medium tires. Looking good here tonight. Putting it up to P3. And I imagine everybody is Evil coming in. Evil is coming in. But right now sitting in 6th with a 138.8. Coming back from retirement. Oh boy, and with somebody behind him. Evil on the I think tires. Maybe not. I don't, it looked like 2 hits to me. So that puts Evil out of qualifying, but sitting in P6 with a 138.8. Does he have anything to worry about right now? And boy, and with somebody behind him. I think maybe not. Whoa. So a bunch of people jumped in. We're suddenly up to 19 drivers. I was wondering how it is that we weren't. There were suddenly a bunch of people without times put in. But yeah, wow, look at all these new drivers. As Light Shock puts it on provisional pole with a 137 flat. So a bunch of people jumped in. We're suddenly up to Will Haynes have a response as he is on his out lap right now. There were suddenly a bunch of people without times put in. But yeah, wow, look at all these new drivers as looking to jump up into P1 provisional pole. Will Haynes have a response as he is on his outlap right
Evil
now.
does drop down to P8.
Looking,
I know right now he's hoping not to drop too much further.
provisional pole.
It's already going to be difficult enough being in the middle of the pack down into turn 1. I don't believe Haynes is on a fast lap as he looked to maybe retire the car right now, or no, he's turning it around.
It's already going to be difficult enough.
That Rogue ahead of him? No. That is NRX Archie, another new face on the grid.
Don't believe
Quick living up to his name with a 136.8.
No, he's turning it around.
That pushes Evil back to P9.
That Rogue ahead of him? No. That is NRX Archie.
Wow, there are just a ton of new drivers in here today. That is awesome, guys. As Archie does a big cut on the track. Of course, this isn't going to
pushes Evil back to
count anyways, as this is just his outlap. We want to kind of see what he can do. So we're going to stick with him for a bit, as he does get a little bit squirrely once he stepped onto the accelerator.
Of course, this isn't gonna count anyways, as this is just an outlap.
I felt like he aborted the lap. I don't know why. It's his teammate ahead of him, I believe.
As he does get a little bit squirrely.
They could have really worked together,
Once he stepped onto the accelerator,
getting a toe off of one another, but decided not to go with that. Oh, there's another
I don't know why. It's his teammate
NRX driver, AZ. Wonder if that's Arizona.
Getting a toe off of one another, but decided not to go with that. Oh, there's another NRX driver
On those soft tires, as we see a giant rain spot on the lens of his car, his in-car camera. If it rains tonight, and it's looking like it's a great possibility, that's going to throw a whole other kind of wrench into the works.
Tires, as we see a giant rain spot on the lens of his car, his in-car camera. If it rains tonight,
A lot of drivers having not put in a time yet.
That's gonna throw
Simple Chris with a 136.5. Putting it on provisional pole. And what a time to do it, as the rain really starts to fall now.
A lot of drivers having not put in a time yet.
AZ
Simple Chris with a
in P5 with a 137.1. Can't be too angry about that.
Putting it on provisional pole.
Trying to
What a
see.
time to do it as the rain really starts to fall now.
So Websy has not put in a time yet.
AZ
Archie looking to put in a time now, with just about a minute to go.
Can't be too angry about that.
And now looking back at the board, Rogue has been disqualified and Evil has fallen out of the top 10 all the way to P8. Looking to put in a time now with just about a minute to go. It looks like Archie is at least going to put in a time. And now looking back at the board, elevating himself into P6. Very nice. Has been disqualified, and Evil has fallen out of the top 10 all the way to P8. So drivers 15 down through to 19 will not. No, looks like a TMG. No. TMG Phoenix, also a new face, bringing it into the pits, will not post a time. F1XL Madman, not putting in a time. Drivers 15 down through to 19. Wiglet looking like he will at least be able to put in a time. Also a new face. Although the track is extremely wet right now. Will not post a time. F1XL Madman, not putting in a time. This is going to be a worry for sure. If it's raining tonight. Wiglet looking like he will at least be able to put in a someone time. Just retired. Although the track is in front of Twiglet here. Now. Twiglet loops it. What are you gonna do? It's wet. If it's raining, see that he was definitely taking his time, trying to be careful. Unfortunately, loses the rear end. But thankfully for him, he did not collide with the wall and is able to go on. Twiglet loops it. Hopefully for him, he will be able to go ahead and cross the line and put in some kind of time that will at least give him a few places up in the standings. Thankfully for him, he did not collide with the wall and is able to go on as he hits the wall. But coming around to the last corner, right up here in front of him, goes around again. Go ahead and cross the line and put in some kind of time that will at least give him track. Obviously far too damp, and he chooses not to register that lap. I'm surprised as he hits the wall, but coming around again, that would have at least given him right up here in front of 3 or 4 places. Goes around again. Unfortunate. Trying to see who we can watch now. Oh, Phoenix here on his out lap. I'm surprised. Madman on his hot lap, but of course having to drive cautiously. 3 or 4 places. You're definitely going to want to watch out for these curves now. They're going to be super slick with them being wet as well as painted. Phoenix here on his out lap. Madman on his hot lap, but of course having to drive cautiously. Just trying to check out these 2 drivers. You're definitely going to want to watch out for these curves now. They're going to be super slick. As Mazepin joins another new face to round up P20. Trying to check out these 2 drivers. Man, it feels like a super long lap around this track, doesn't it? Joins another new face to round up P20. Looks like Phoenix is on a flying lap.
Track, doesn't it?
Flying laps will count. I forgot that I learned last week that the time that I see as a spectator and the time that is actually happening aren't necessarily the same as Madman decides to wreck his car for
Phoenix is on a flying
reasons
lap.
I
Flying lap will count. I forgot that I learned last week.
Phoenix has not given up.
The time that I see as a spectator, the time that is actually happening, aren't
Says time remaining is 1 second, or
as
a tenth of a second or something. Congratulations, Phoenix able to jump up into 14th. I would have liked to have seen Twiglet go ahead and complete his lap, but unfortunately he decided to go ahead and hit his car. So let's run through real quick if we can.
Phoenix able to jump up into
AZ and P1. Sinful Chris, P2. Mega Centurion and P3. I didn't even catch anything from that driver, but congratulations on your top 3 in qualifying. Quick was in P4.
AZ and P1.
Light, P5. Chris, P2. P6. Archie, P7. Haynes, P8. DJ CJ, and a surprising P9. BXTN,
But congratulations on your top
in 10th. Cotton, P11.
qualifying.
Carol, P12. Evil, P13.
Light, P5. Chris, P2. P6. Archie,
Phoenix,
P7,
P14.
8. DJ CJ, and a surprising P9.
Websy, excuse me. Stone, P15.
In 10.
Websy,
Cotton,
P16. I didn't see
P11.
the rest. I apologize.
Carol, P12. Evil, P13. Light, P5. Chris.
So will it be raining during the race, or if it doesn't rain during the race? I mean, if it isn't raining during the start of the race, will it begin to rain sometime during the race? That could be the worst thing, because then you got to figure out when you're going to switch over to your intermediates, or and we lost Chris, we lost Websy,
or if it doesn't rain during the race. I mean, if it isn't raining during the start of the race, will it begin to rain?
not sure what's going on here today.
That could be the worst thing, because then you got to figure out.
Evil did post something in chat, but
over to your
it could be a private thing, and
we lost Chris,
so I don't feel at liberty to go and look at that. I apologize. As it seems as though everybody is leaving the session or being kicked out of the session,
not sure what's going
we
on.
will need to kind of figure out what's
Evil did
going
post something in chat, but
on.
it could be a private thing, and so I don't feel at liberty to go and look at that. I apologize.
Here, let me show you guys
Seems as though
back to the constructors
kicked out of the session.
table, and I will jump in and see if Evil has said something about
What Evil did
what's going on right now.
on. It could be a private thing, and
Okay, so Evil
here,
has
let me
stated
show you guys
that
back to the constructors.
he needs to
table,
restart the
and I will
lobby.
jump in and see if Evil has said something about
Says the whole lobby is messed up. He's going to manually set the qualifying times from what we did and set it to dry as well. He apologizes to everyone, stating that the game is messed up. So let me get over
Says the whole lobby is
to
messed up.
that.
He's going to manually set the qualifying times from what we did and set it to dry as well. He apologizes to everyone, stating that the game is messed up. So let me get over. Okay, we are joining the session now. We are in the lobby, and I guess I can go ahead and show you that. Not really any difference between showing you that and showing you the guys that are just jumping into the lobby, readying up and everything. As I'm sure, are waiting. We are joining the session now
to make the switch over
to the new lobby. Excuse me. I guess I can go ahead and show you that. So actually, you kind of need to use the restroom. So as we wait for this, I'm gonna step away from the mic. I do apologize. And, yeah, I'll be back in just a couple moments. The new lobby. Excuse me. So actually, you kind of need to use the restroom. So as we wait for this, I'm gonna step away from the mic. I do apologize. And, yeah, I'll be back in just a couple moments. The new lobby. Excuse me. So actually, you kind of need to use the restroom. So as we wait for this, I'm gonna step away from the mic. I do apologize. Yeah, I'll be back in just a couple moments. I apologize, everyone, for all the technical difficulties and everything. Unfortunately, sometimes it does happen. And right now, you are seeing it happen here as we get everything set up to be ready to go. I apologize, everyone, for all the technical difficulties and everything. Unfortunately, sometimes it does happen. And right now, you are seeing it happen here. At, oh man, I just noticed that I had the volume up on my stream. I hope that didn't cause some great echo for you guys this whole entire time. I'm going to go through the drivers that are here tonight, kind of give you an idea of who's new to me and not. So we have, of course, the DJ CJ, the league front runner right now, Evil, Twiglet, Crisp, new, Websy, Light, new, Sinful, also new, Quick, also new to me. Again, all this is to me. There could have been other times when they were racing in the league and I just wasn't around. BXTN, Cotton, NXR, NX, NRX, excuse me, AZ. Just gonna call him AZ. Rogue, Carol. Oh, so and AZ is new. Rogue, Carol, new to me. Madman, new. Mega Centurion, new. TMG Matt, new. TMG Phoenix, new. NRX Archie, new. I think we might have mentioned Chris before, but I'm not sure. But new, me, and that is it. So 4, 5, 6. Wait, it's just up there. 18 drivers. Didn't need to count it out. It's going to be 31 laps here at Singapore. Evil has stated it is going to be a dry race. One less thing for these drivers to worry about. I'm sure they're all really happy about that. As we try to get everything all sorted. We've already run the qualifying. This is just going to be the race. Um, so we don't have to start all that over. Qualifying from before stands as these drivers are now starting to ready up. Hopefully everyone will ready up and we can get into this race as quickly as possible. Oh, WebZ says in the chat that these are mostly BXTN pals. Um, Light says that he's sorry for what we are all about to see. I'm sure you guys are going to put on a great show. Thank you for the information, Webzy. Really appreciate it. Hopefully they're able to stick around uh, for the rest of the season and beyond. It's nice to see so many drivers on the grid, of course. I I am curious, Websy, if you have time to answer before it gets started. Oh, Websy got kicked again. Is that what happened and why you didn't put in a qualifying time today, Websy? Again, if you have time to answer, I understand. If not, everything is about to kick off. I just noticed I have no sound. Okay, hopefully we're just in that part of the game where there is no sound. I'm not seeing anything light up on my soundboard either, though, so kind of worrisome, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, the game definitely seems like there are a lot of issues technically tonight. Not sure what's going on, to be honest with you. Okay, we have a 28-second countdown. Okay, so Websy does confirm that he was not able to put in a time because he got kicked. That's unfortunate, as Websy Star is really on the rise now. You can see that he's really starting to try and challenge DJ CJ out there for that top spot. All right, we do have sound now. As these drivers take off on their warm-up lap or reconnaissance lap, however you want to call it, we'll get everything reset up. So we're going to look at position changes, of course, the telemetry and the lap data, as well as the full track map. Sorry about that. I thought I was going to have like a huge cough, and so I didn't want to do that in your ears. But it didn't. It didn't come to pass, so that's good. So, Sinful Chris, followed by Mega Centurion, and Quick. That's your top three. Ferraris lock out the first row. Excuse me, we lost someone. As we only have 19, there were 20 in the at one point during the qualifying. But that's okay. 19 is still going to be very beautiful. You're looking at a bunch of drivers out here on the medium tires. Let's roll through. So one Ferrari on the mediums, second Ferrari is on the soft, quick on the soft, light on the soft. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is a huge unfortunate setback, as Websy reports in the chat that he had to quit because when he got kicked and got back in, he wasn't able to put in his setup. And it would surprise me if most, if not all, of these drivers are running some kind of their own setup to really get this going. Let's kind of get back towards halfway
in this race, as we've got the 5 lights. When they go out, we go racing. And they're out. That was a long wait. That felt heavy. Everything looking good so far. A little bit of tussles here and there, but haven't seen anything really crazy yet. We're going to jump up to the front real fast and jump into the car. Centurion was able to pass his teammate. Those soft tires must have been great. Must have really worked out for him in the beginning. But Chris not too far back. I'm sure he's looking to use that slipstream to maybe get the 2 Ferraris just out of reach of everyone else. But Quick looking like he's not going to let that happen on the medium tires, and gets a little bit squirrely through that corner. They're going to be looking to get a lot more heat into the tires of these cars. Light really hounding Quick. AZ still well up in the pack. A little bit further back, Carroll has kind of lost touch. Looking at about a 2-second gap to AZ just ahead. DJ CJ, sure he's getting everything warmed up, trying to assess the situation he's in right now, as Centurion crosses with a 141.7. BXTN lost a little bit of touch, but big shout out to him for being able to bring out so many drivers on such short notice. Thank you, BXTN, for that. We here at MSR really appreciate it for sure. As BXTN clouts the wall, I didn't see any damage pop. Chris, though, trying to take advantage of that little rub on the wall. Let's switch over to the tires, because yeah, I did notice some people on the hard tires. 3 all the way in the back, looking to go really long on these hard tires, and that's brave. That's certainly brave. Let's see how they're managing on here. We've got Twiglet trying to keep up with the guys in front of them on the medium tires. Not doing too bad a job. Madman has lost touch with Twiglet by the tune of about 31 seconds. Of course, we know that means he simply had to pit after lap 1, where it is definitely easy to come together. Same with TMS Matt. And that is why these drivers are on the harder tires. As we have a couple of drivers, BXTN in the pits, as well as Archie. There was a little bit of bipping and bashing on that first lap, and Chris was able to reclaim first place as we get a virtual safety car. Everybody looking to really hold on, as Evil, unfortunately, is out of the race, as well as Madman, as we go full safety car in this one. So we are going to wait for everybody to kind of bunch up here It's only 3 laps in. I don't think anybody's going in for a tire change unless they need to go in for a wing change as well. Outside of that, I really expect these drivers to, all the drivers, to stay out and go ahead and compete on the tires that they're currently on. As Centurion pits, let's see what happens here. Just to change the tires to the hards. Is he thinking that he can go for the rest of this on the hards? As I do see Websy in here. Maybe he was saying he had to quit during the qualifying or something, and that's why he didn't. And that's part of the reason he didn't put in a timed lap. But glad to see him out. That means that the fight is still on. As we know, both Websy and Cotton, so sitting line are one behind the other right now. Cotton sitting, just ahead of Websy right now on track. These are the two drivers probably in the biggest fight right now for the championship points. Both of them looking to elevate themselves while hoping, not maliciously, that DJ CJ doesn't score points, because that's really what it's going to take. He's going to have a series of really horrible races to lose that P1 that he is in the championship standings. So right now we've got Sinful Chris, P1, medium tires. Light Shock, P2, medium tires. AZ, P3, medium tires. So everybody has switched off, looking through now, has switched off of the soft tires. Carol in P4, mediums. DJ CJ all the way up to P5, medium tires. Cotton, P6, mediums. Websy, P7, mediums. Again, we're going to have to be coming back to these guys a lot to see what they've got going on, as well as looking up at DJ CJ to see Oh, I didn't see that you sent me invites. Nothing popped up. I don't know why. Let me look right now. As we can get. Yeah, I have no invitations. But let me do this real quick. I always miss you. I don't, because you're in second on my thing right now. Pardon me. Invite you to the party. Liam is in P8, also on those medium tires. Welcome, Evil. Glad you can make it to the commentary box. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Awesome. So what happened to you out there?
I'm going to be honest. There was obviously no clear intention that I was going to be sitting in a car this evening. It was very last minute. Didn't do a lot of practice. I did get a setup of someone. Felt not too bad, but the rear just kind of got away from me, and yeah, as I made contact with the wall, unfortunately I snapped the suspension off the car. So It is what it is. It's maybe I'm just destined to be here in the box with you.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's not a bad place to be. I know driving is better with that front seat experience, but can't be in there. Being in here is definitely the next best thing. As we are about to go green, I'm going to jump in with light shot. And they are off. So BXTN really coming through for the MSR today, bringing in a lot of new drivers. That's awesome to see. Do you know if any of them are going to be staying for the rest of the season and possibly beyond?
Not sure. Again, yeah. Big thanks to DXTN90 for saving their backside there. Good to see him pull a lot of drivers in for us, and he's got to thanks to the whole staff team for that. I know a lot of these people are a lot quicker though. These, I believe there's a couple of esports drivers in the lineup here. Not sure who, but yeah, we might expect to see some quick racers here.
That's always good. As we take a look at DJ CJ, looking to really stick to the rear wing of Carroll. Behind him is Cotton by only half a second. And behind Cotton is Websy by almost about 2 seconds. These three drivers really fighting it out right now with, of course, DJ CJ having a clear lead in the championship standings, but Websy and Cotton really swapping places after the last race. This could get exciting.
Yeah, I think Cotton's going to be looking to maybe redeem himself from that incident with the fuel last week, I think.
Right. Websy took the Driver of the Day award last week, but that was a hard decision. So many drivers deserving of it last week. Hoping we get a week like that again this week.
Yeah, I mean, oh, Twiglet's out.
Just lost Twiglet. That's harsh. Right now,
We've got a full deployment of the safety car again.
wow. Harsh, but not unexpected. These narrow walls here at Singapore can really jump out and bite you at any moment.
Yeah, I mean, the impact I had to the wall, I wouldn't say it was high speed. So, yeah, you've obviously got to be careful. It's a street circuit, so if you get it wrong, there's unfortunately not a gravel trap to save you.
What's going on, Sky? Glad you can make it to the stream today. And Websy says the screen was jerking so hard that he had to reset his Xbox. So,
yeah, there's a few underlying issues since there was an update done to the game yesterday. There's a couple of issues there. We obviously had one in the initial qualifying session. Yeah, we'll power through and we've got the race underway. That's the main thing.
for sure. Right now, we're looking at Carroll as the only driver sitting on a penalty. And pulling into the pits to possibly eradicate that penalty. Gotta say, this is probably a good time to do it. Going on to the hard tires. Can the hard tires last to the end from here?
Yeah, I mean, the suggestion and the strategy that I was suggested at the beginning of the race, I could either do a two-stop, which was medium, soft, and the other one was medium to hard, but I do know through knowledge of another race that happened a couple of days ago that it is highly possible to go for the medium compound from the start and put the softs on and make it a one stop. go medium to soft.
Okay.
So, yeah, the hards, yeah, I think you might be losing a little bit of time at the end if you put the hards on now, but I mean, I do not think this will be the last safety car that we see in this race. I believe we might see this another once, maybe twice.
Yeah, and you know that yellows can definitely breed more yellows. We're doing pretty good, Sky. Glad, thanks for asking, and glad you can make it for Singapore. Here to watch Singapore as well. I hope you got your Xbox all fixed up. Sky saying that he feels the hards are great in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is it's a night race, so the track's a lot cooler, so the hards do take to the track a lot better.
Right. I see Cotton has jumped into the pits and is out on a brand new set of hards. Elevating Websy up to P5. Kind of in that place where he wants to be, outside of perhaps being in front of DJ CJ, just to gain some points on him.
Yeah, and I know that the story in the paddock is Websy and Cotton used to be teammates, but apparently there's quite a rivalry now there that Websy's moved into the Alpha Tauri.
Gotcha. Okay, glad you've got that coming in, Sky. That new power brick. Hopefully get you back on your Xbox sooner rather than later. Definitely keep us updated on that. And this seems like it has been a very long safety car period.
Yeah, I believe we should be seeing that light on the safety car turn green to indicate it's going to come in this lap. We should be getting that as it gets into sector 3, hopefully.
So when I was trying to record and my recording messed up, I wasn't able to post it in here today, unfortunately. But a video of me driving around this track, man, I'll tell you, I was really struggling. There are a lot of corners or little curves or whatever that kind of, for lack of a better term, seem to fake one direction and then go hard in the opposite direction. That was really throwing me off. These drivers look like they're handling it really well, though.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard track. It's one of the tracks you either get it right or you get it wrong.
Right, as we get an indication that the safety car is in this lap. Light trying to stick as closely to Chris as possible. AZ trying to do the same. No, DJ CJ's doing it. Websy's going to be looking to get that jump. Rogue up there. Giving a little more space than I would expect him to give, but maybe he's going to look to close it on this back straight portion that's about to come up just now.
Yeah, I'm assuming Chris is going to wait to the last corner and... Oh no, he's off already.
All right. Chris caught them all napping. Takes a good 0.7 lead off of the jump. Sky saying at this point he feels the medium runners can be quicker than the new hards. They have to push as much as possible if they can get something here. Or if he can say something here. Yeah, I imagine those harder tires are going to be far cooler than, or far more difficult to warm up than the medium tires through this part of the race, as Phoenix also takes a penalty. As we go through, everybody kind of holding standard right now. Maybe trying to figure out what the drivers ahead of them are going to be doing. As Websy puts it into the wall, tire gone, end of his race. That is super unfortunate. You really do hate to see that.
Yeah, that's I could sympathise with Websy because that's similar to what happened to me. It's too easy done. So yeah, that's taking opportunity for the people though that are still on the mediums if they want to change onto the hard compounds, which a lot of them seem to be doing.
As Light pulls in, AZ pulls in. It's jumping, so I'm trying to catch up. Hammond pulls in, and Phoenix and BXTN all pull in, looking to go to those hard tires. I don't know. Is that your strategy right now, Evil?
Yeah, I think the time's probably coming up that you know, safety cars out again. Is it time to maybe just bolt on those hard compounds and get the job done? Because if not, I mean, anybody that keeps mediums on at this point, I can't see them being able to make up a pit stop in front. All these people who've made the pit stop effectively have just got somewhat of a free pit stop.
Right. So I guess the question now becomes, 11 laps into this, are you counting on another yellow or another safety car to be able to come in more towards the end of the lap, maybe run on those softs again?
Yeah, the people that still got the mediums on from the start, they can probably eke them out for another 10 to maybe 12 laps more, and I think they're in the window for the soft tyre, and they'll probably have significantly more speed than the hard runners at that point.
Gotcha. So top three drivers have not pit for tires yet.
Yeah, and I know Rogue knows mediums can go to the softs if he can just hang in there. And I think that's what Rogue will do. And I think that's what the other two obviously have the knowledge on as well.
The only other driver who's on the medium tires is Phoenix down in 13th, a brand new set of medium tires, possibly looking to get a really good jump on this restart.
Yeah, and I mean, the safety car could come out again and change these strategies completely.
Websy in chat saying he had no setup. It wouldn't let him put one on. So it was, I guess, difficult to keep up. Again, that's really unfortunate. Actually, Websy was really up there challenging for a no setup. Like I said before, I'm almost 100% sure that nearly, if not all of these drivers are using setups to get every ounce of speed out of these cars that they can, while maintaining the grip to keep them out of the walls.
Yeah, setup here's hard because you want a fast car, but you need it to turn at the same time. Not sure why Websy couldn't get a setup on the car. This could be another issue that's came from the last update to the game, unfortunately. That we're just going to have to wait and hopefully it gets fixed.
Yeah, that seems to be the way of things right now. Unfortunately, fixes are breaking the game.
Yeah, we get there though. I think the lights have just went out on the safety car there to say it's coming in.
It did say it was coming in, and I'm curious to see what Rogue is going to be able to do against Chris here and just ahead of him.
I mean, at this point in time, obviously these guys that stepped in to help us here, they won't be in the final official classification.
Right.
They're classed under reserves, so from a league point of view, Rogue is holding a net lead right now.
I know he's going to be happy about that. But both of these like Rogue there did a little bit of a wiggle to warm his tires. I don't know. Me personally, I think I would have just been looking at the driver ahead of me, waiting for him to go. I think that cost him a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. But then again, I mean, Sinful Chris is really quick round here. Maybe Rogue knows that, and it's not a fight that he's willing to take part in.
Can understand that for sure. As Quick is really putting the pressure on Rogue right now. Again, like you said, these new drivers here today are classified as reserve drivers. So perhaps Rogue is just feeling like keep it clean, keep it steady out there, and the points will come to him in a way that they're not going to be coming to some of these other drivers that are looking to grab points.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's do you go for the position on track, or do you play the mind game and the mindset that you know you're running in net first at the moment? So is there a need to take that extra risk?
Right. And we know that some of these drivers like to play the mind games, while some of these drivers like to prove their all-out speed, which makes for great racing. What wins? If you're playing chess out in your car, or if you're just pedal to the metal. Always fun to watch.
So I had BXTN quite close to the back of Mr. DJ there, but BXTN just dropping back off the final corner a little bit. DJ getting a better exit.
These drivers definitely waiting for that DRS to be enabled again. And I think after what we saw last week, BXTN is one of those drivers who plans to utilize that. But it will be difficult because all these drivers, with the exception of Rogue, Centurion, and Matt, are within DRS range of the other drivers. And of course, Chris, who's in front.
Yeah, effectively what we've got now, blast under F1 is a DRS train where everybody's just pulling each other along.
Yeah.
And I can confirm from a driving point of view it's horrible being stuck in one of those because it's so hard to get yourself out of it.
Right, right.
I think the key would be charging the battery as much as you can for the DRS zones.
Speaking of DRS zones, DRS has just been enabled. A little bit of a scrap going on up here with AZ, Light Shock, and Cotton and Carol as well. Carol definitely going to be looking as Cotton pulls alongside and gets past Carol. That was a beautiful pass in a way that Cotton likes to do it, but Carroll's saying no.
Oh,
It's my spot.
Back. Contact at the back from NRX onto the back of Cotton's wheel, which has put NRX out of the race.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
And that is another full deployment of the safety car here at Singapore again. Then you will complain that we don't see enough of the Aston Martin safety car. I think we might have seen it a little bit too much.
It has been out a lot here, so the question is, these front runners, is it time for them to change over their tires? Well, if they're looking to go on the soft, definitely not, right?
No, I don't think you'd get a soft. What's that? 16 laps? That would be too far of a push, I think.
Right. Guys saying it's really hard to overtake here in Singapore, especially when you have a DRS train running. But Sinful does come into the pits. Can only imagine he's going on to the hard tires, looking to take this car to the end of the race, no matter what. Definitely saw a lot of slag on his tires. Those mediums. Also in the pits was Quick and Cotton. Cotton onto the medium tires.
Yeah, I mean, if you're sitting on the hards right now, you could probably bolt on some mediums at this point, to be fair.
That does not sound like it's a bad idea.
Yeah, the mediums would 100% get you to the end of the race and give you that extra punch of speed if you need it.
Rogue thus far has decided to stay out behind the safety car, choosing P1 over, say, the hard tires.
Yeah, it's got a lot of things going through his head right now, trying to make the decision of, does he just go in, or is he going to take the chance and stay out? And you know, I mean, you might be lucky and there might be another safety car again. I mean, I hope not. I think we've maybe seen it a little bit too much.
Yeah, but that does seem to be the gamble that he's running right now. Hopefully he doesn't come up snake eyes. Sky says now's the time for the mediums and take those to the end. Looks like, though,
Yeah,
there are going to be a lot of drivers trying to take these hards to the end.
Yeah, I think the hards will go to the end. I think Rogue's maybe in a bad position right now because the mediums are the best tyres that you can put on at this moment, but because he started on the mediums, he obviously have to use two compounds in Formula 1, so he has to either pick a hard or a soft for his next pit stop, and yeah, I think he's just in a hard place at the moment. But yeah, I know Rogue just missed out ever so slightly on a race when at Singapore on Sunday night, using the medium to soft strategy. So you know, this is by far from over yet.
That is a great point. A lot of things that could still happen during this race. Sky says that he thinks Rogue is aiming for a soft tire during the last stint. Cannot disagree with that.
Yeah, I think between lap, it's hard to say, lap 22 to 24, strap the softs on and see how far through the grid you can come, because you will be on the faster compound at that point.
So here's the gamble as I see it right now. Rogue would be hoping for a safety car in that time period that you just said, lap 22 to 24, to where he can jump in and switch to the soft tires. I think everybody else would maybe follow suit because he did it, just so that they can have their best shot at keeping up with them on those soft tires. What do you think?
Yeah, I think if there's a safety car round about that pit stop window, I think everybody would have a thought about putting those softs on, because if you didn't put them on, you're highly at risk of losing position at the restart.
Right. This guy saying Rogue going onto the hard tires does not make sense at this point in the race. So he really does
No,
have to push to get to the soft.
yeah, he's definitely too deep into the race to put those hards on now.
So basically, Rogue's cards are all on the table right now. Everybody kind of knows what he has to do, right?
Yeah, he needs to have a really good restart here. It looks like he's went already.
Rogue really jumping on that start, putting some good distance between himself and Centurion.
You know, I think he actually might have timed that right. I think he caught them napping.
I think you're right.
Another incident.
Carroll is out of the race.
Oh, big accident for a Red Bull, which is out of the race.
Phoenix now out of the race. Quick just put a huge pass on Chris. Some really fast drivers here in the back of the pack.
I'd say if we're going to get... No, track is green, no safety car deployed.
I think Rogue is able to breathe a little sigh of relief there. As a Ferrari on its hard tires trying to make a pass on him, unable to do so. Rogue is sitting on the oldest tires here on the grid. This guy saying that
coming up to the window now.
Sinful and Quick went for the mediums when they did their stop. So he feels that was a very smart move.
Yeah, that's probably a really good idea, to be fair. As I would say the pit window for the soft realistically would open lap 21 to keep them in the right window to go to the end.
Everybody trying to hitch their wagon to this big wagon train right now.
DJ thinks about sending it down the inside the light shop, but there's a second thought of that. We've got Cotton and Quick biting at the back as well.
That's where a lot of this fight seems like it's going to be happening. Maybe these drivers are comfortable enough on these soft tires that when Rogue goes in for his mandatory stop, they just stay out and regain higher positions in this race. Again, Rogue being the only driver that has to come in for a pit stop.
Well, Chris are waiting to get past Hammond on the start finish here. Oh, there's a little touch there.
Quick able to take advantage of the little touch with Hammond there. bringing himself up to P8. There's the DRS. It worked nicely for Quick, and he's able to pass Hammond after that DRS. But
He was
Chris
compromised
just
on the inside there. Oh, big slide for
wow,
Hammond on the exit.
way to hold it, way to hold it. That was beautiful. Not really good in Formula One cars, of course, but that was a beautiful hold. And if you were too fast, too furious, that was great. As Rogue has come in under green for his soft tires, not trusting that he's gonna get another safety car.
Yeah, I'm wondering if those mediums were just sliding a little bit too much, but the problem now is Rogue really needs a safety car to come out and maybe get some other people to go in for those softs as well.
Yeah. Looking at BXTN under the DRS. Able to gain ground but not make a pass.
Yeah,
We know
Sinful Chris looking for a move behind there, but did back out because the door did close.
Simple Chris with DRS on BXTN, but BXTN also has it. And BXTN, once again, for at least the second week in a row, his car is just incredibly fast down the straights as somebody goes straight in that corner.
Yeah, I believe there was contact between Mr. DJ and Archie there as they went into that corner, and Archie unfortunately had nowhere else to go apart from take the runoff. I think he might have lost his wing as well. Or part of it maybe.
Once again, Sinful Chris and BXTN, and BXTN is able to walk away during the long straight, proving that
Archie has just lost his wing and coming into sector 3 he's just made contact with the wall and lost his full wing at the back as he ends up in another runoff.
That makes two drivers now really hoping for a safety car. As Carol jumps into the chat, says he had to retire because he wasn't feeling well. We hope you feel better, Carol. That was some great driving out there. Thank you for participating in the race today. It was really fun to watch you drive, and hope you can make it again in the weeks to come.
Yep, cheers very much, buddy, and hope you get well soon.
Cotton and BXTN picking up the rivalry from last week. Driving nose to tail as Cotton gets really loose coming out of that corner. Does not look like he got...
Archie is left the pits on a wet compound of tire. What on earth?
Why
He's on a
is
full
he
wet
on
compound.
full wet? That has to have been a mistake in his
That
pit.
is a big mistake for the team. If they've accidentally put on a full wet compound, that's massive.
That is... Oh my goodness. He is not happy in his car right now. That means he has to complete a full lap on these full wet compounds, has no grip, and he's going to have to make another pit stop.
Yeah, that's I had to take a double check and make sure that those were the tyres that I thought I seen for the moment there. I thought I was 16 things.
Right. As Rogue makes his way up into P10, I guess those soft tires are really working for him. Are there enough laps for him to get well higher into this in this field? That remains to be seen. So, Light, Sinful, Quick, and DJ CJ, as well as BXTN and Cotton, are all just really pushing one another, really out there racing hard. This is the kind of thing you like to see. As we have a yellow flag in Sector 3.
Yeah, we've got Archie on one of the runoffs with those full wets trying to... I think he's having severe issues here.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting around easily a fully dry racetrack on full wets. And to a lot of people that might seem counterintuitive because every day we drive on basically full wet tires and we feel like we get a lot of grip. But you have to remember that these race cars are doing double at least the speeds that we do, and they need every bit of grip that they can find, or they're going to put it into the wall. Not only are they putting it into the wall, but they're putting it into the wall really hard here.
Yeah, I'd have to say I no longer think it was an accident getting those put on, because he has actually just come past the pit entry and continued on to another lap. So very strange behaviour that.
Is he just completely out of... No, because it would at least be better. And here we are,
which is deployed the safety car.
Okay, this is where everything gets interesting. I'm going to jump to the front of the pack and see what everybody is going to do. With about 6 or 7 laps to go, I don't know if you want to be on the hard tires anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the options there. I mean, the two front, first and second, have been on these laps for the those tyres for the longest, as they look like they're coming in. Or at least Centurion's in.
Matt decides to stay out. Chris and Split stayed out. Yes, BXTN still on those hard drives. What? Still on those hard tires.
Biggest change here is Mr. DJ choosing to come in for those softs, whereas BXTN has chosen to stay out for the hards. And this safety car has managed to bring Rogue back up into 6th position. Who will be on the right if none of the front runners in front of Rogue comes in on this. He's on the right tyre to get past them probably quickly. I'd have to say this strategy looks like it has potential to pay off for Rogue here.
So Rogue here sitting in P6. Let's check out the penalties. Alright. Both Cotton and BXTN in front of them, sitting on 3 seconds worth of penalty. Well, everybody that has a penalty right now are sitting on 3 seconds worth of penalty. Kind of surprised that there weren't more penalties today, but glad to see that. So Rogue is effectively, if he can hang on, to these drivers ahead of him in 4th place right now without having to make a physical pass on the track. And Sky says the start from Sinful and Quick is just awesome. Go mandatory for another compound and lap. After, go for the medium. It's awesome.
Yeah.
In 6 laps, 6 places. Really impressive. I have to admit, these guys, these two drivers are battling it out, going from front to back to front. It's what you like to see.
Have made the right decision. Mega Centurion goes into the pits again. He just came in on the previous lap. He is thrown back on a set of softs again.
And he
Doesn't
catches
look like
5
he had damage.
seconds.
I wonder what made him come in then, because it didn't look like he had damage.
No, I think that lap, that pit stop was way too far to have changed the wing or something. All right, so Matt really hoping to get a lightning start, but it's sitting on those hard tires. Chris and Quick on the medium tires looking really good, but they're definitely going to be fighting one another, thus possibly slowing each other down. DXTN on the hard tires, but is super fast down the straights. And should get DRS enabled before the end of this race again. Cotton on the medium tires, looking good to really challenge BXTN, especially at the start, as the safety car is going to be in this time. But if he's going to do it, he needs to catch up to this pack. And you really don't want to be having to rush yourself right now. But he is able to get up, no problem. Rogue really in a catbird seat. The first driver on those soft tires. If he can really make them work at this start, I could see him jumping a lot of places. Not to mention, he's got 2 kind of freebies as long as he doesn't make a mistake, sitting directly in front of him. And BXTN just took a 5-second penalty, bringing his penalty up to 8, pushing himself further behind.
Yeah, I'm sure under the safety car he's probably going to appeal that, but the stewards will have to look at that and see if it's removed, because that could give him quite a powerful gain if that's appealed.
Chris
Not waiting right to the line.
just takes a 5-second penalty. Rogue being threatened. Light able to make the pass stick.
Cotton managed to gain significantly up into 2nd place from that restart.
Wow.
And he's looking to take first into
And
this corner as well.
Had to back out of it. That's what Cotton had to do. He had to make the big jump, as we have a yellow in Sector 2. Hopefully it'll...
stopped on track.
Hoping for it to stay green. I mean, well, the entire track to stay green, not go under a safety car again. Now
BXTN is completely stopped on track. He's moving again.
I definitely see a little bit of his wing on his left side as Light takes a 3-second penalty.
Rogue has lost his wing. I missed what happened there, but in Sector 2, coming into the DRS, he looks to have lost his wing.
That is unfortunate for Rogue. There was some tight racing up there.
BXTN retires on track, I think.
P1, 2, and 3 really in the fight right now.
We've got 3 people in the pits getting repairs done. Rogue, Hammond and Centurion, so I wonder if they all got caught up in something in the same incident, possibly.
Possibly. Light taking P2 from Cotton. Light making the move. Oh, and that's a horrible one. Takes out Matt as well as himself. Oh, the horror right there. Cotton with the big benefit.
That was a big impact. That's I don't think we'll see the safety car. That's a way in, and I think they were off the track by the time the cars came to a stop. And it does look like the track has gone green.
That was super unfortunate, and we had a front row view of that.
Yeah, I didn't get front row on that. I was actually the car behind the two and seen it from behind, which looked absolutely horrible.
Carol says that was a rookie error from a veteran like Chop, just taking it into that corner way too shallow.
Well, Cotton here has got the lead, but is looking to be getting challenged from Chris behind. And yeah, I know Crisp's a fast driver. I've driven with him in a Sunday night league, and he knows how to keep that pressure on and make you sweat.
Just a few more laps to go. Chris is sitting good for a P2. And only needs to gain a bit more to just swoop in and take P1. Quick, not wanting that to happen. Pulling up hard as Hammond just collected a DNF. Unfortunately, didn't see what happened.
That's crazy to think, 19 drivers and there's Crisp's out. Crisp's put it in the wall.
Crisp is gone.
He misjudged the turn and put it in the wall. That is unfortunate. That
Alright.
probably a sigh of relief for Cotton up front though.
So what are we looking at here? Sinful is close enough. Sorry, I thought I was looking at him. Right? That he could take it from Cotton right now at the line.
Yes.
Quick needs to gain a little bit more. And then DJ CJ, unless a miracle happens, is not in that fight. Rogue looking like he's going to finish in P5, even with all the mishaps. So we can take some solace in that.
Sinful eating away at that delta between him and Cotton, down to nearly 1.5 seconds already.
Not looking to maintain it at all, is he? As a matter of fact, Quick is now within range, I believe, of that Delta 2.
As Rogue picks up the fastest lap of the race, they're looking for that extra point. It's crazy. 19 drivers and we're left with 6. It shows how technical this track is and how unforgiving it is at the same time.
Yes.
Sinful Chris now within DRS activation in sector 3, and we'll probably be looking for the pass on the start finish.
Sinful Chris, not happy but to take it through the time, wants to make the pass on track. Quick a little too far behind, unfortunately. I'd love to see this be a three-way battle at the line. Look at the closing speed. Sinful Chris able to do it. Quick takes a 3-second penalty. Could not afford that right now.
Yeah, I think he would have been, he would have jumped in front of Cotton as well with that penalty, but he's picked one up himself, so he would need to get it done on track if he wants to get past now.
Cotton really closing up on Sinful.
Mega Centurion comes in for the fastest lap.
He nicks that away from Rogue. Rogue needs to put in a serious hot lap right now. Does not look like he's on track to do that.
Quick has just had an incident. He put it in the wall, he managed to... I don't think he's got damage from that, or has he?
Car's going really slow right now.
He's
Sinful.
in neutral, he's not pulled a gear. Yeah, that's something we don't like to see here. That's we don't condone that here. If these guys are supposed to be from esports league, I don't know how the hell they got into them. If you're going to wait for drivers to be coming around to try and take them out on purpose. If you want to do that, that's what the ranked lobbies are for. No, I don't condone that whatsoever. That's something we do not like to see here at MSR, and yeah, we don't put up with it.
So we do have our final standings here. Sinful Crisp. Keeping like I'm saying crisp. Sinful Chris does take the win. Good job.
Yeah, we'll wait for this. We'll wait for this to close up, and we'll classify the official league drivers. Which I think there's only 3 left from the actual league. I think there's only going to be 3 people taking points away for this race.
As Singapore claims almost the entire field of drivers tonight. That was unbelievable. So let's see. Cotton, a driver, takes P2. DJ CJ takes P3. That does help Cotton get a little closer to him, and probably will allow Cotton to overtake Websy in the championship standings to reclaim his P2.
Yeah, so that race, official classifications for MSR will be Cotton first with DJ second and Rogue coming third.
Yes.
Yeah, Yeah, I think we've seen Rogue jump in if he wants to have a little chat maybe on stream.
Rogue, you there?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, that's I mean, yeah, I mean we've got to ask you some questions in that race.
How do I put my
Your voice should automatically be in both streams, I think.
Oh, right. Hello, everybody.
So, what'd you think about that one, Rogue?
A bit pissed, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Could have had my first ever win with MSR, but I got shunted up the arse by a Ferrari. But it's racing. It was bound to happen.
So, what was your tire strategy for this race? Because
Medium.
medium to soft,
Medium to softs, yes.
and did you go on the softs when you wanted to, or would you have liked to stayed on the mediums a little bit longer?
I knew lap 19 to 20 was going to be the peak of losing the grip. So I knew it was lap 19, 20. That's when I was going to hit the softs.
Gotcha. It really looked like if you could have gone for, I don't know, maybe 2 more laps on those mediums, that everybody would have kind of had to follow suit and be on the tire that you were on.
Yeah, I was hoping for another safety car, to be fair, so I could put another set of softs on, another flex. I knew as soon as it was going to be another safety car, everybody's going to be diving in, fresh set of softs. And I was already in, lap 4, 5 on M softs.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is what it is. P3, I'll take P3 all day. Better it was in P1.
Yeah, it's a hard track that, and we've seen that we went for 19 racers to be left with 6 racing, which
Yeah.
I mean I don't think we've ever seen that maybe apart from Monaco. It's a tough drive around there, but I mean, yeah, there was lots of safety car drives, but we did think you were maybe holding out for that safety car, but you did manage to come back through the field, and yeah, back up onto the podium in the official classification. So
Yeah.
it's
And I think I bagged fastest lap as well, did I? Did I get fastest lap as well?
I think Centurion stole it off you, but going under classification, you probably will have that extra point for fastest lap.
Nice. Thanking
That's
you.
that's a nice nice extra little point there for you for the standings.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I mean, the only other question I've got is, do you feel you could have done anything different in that race, or is that
No,
as best a plan you could get it?
that is the best. I had in my head mediums to soft. That's what I was going for. That's what I achieved. I couldn't have done any better, I don't think.
It was a great
And
race
then,
out of you, though.
yeah, I mean, that's going to give you motivation. Japan next week, I mean, do you think you can go in there with the confidence to maybe push for that win again?
Japan, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that. Singapore is one of my favorite tracks, 100%. Japan, I don't know. I might be in the first lap.
Well, we are eager to see it next week. It's going to be a good time. I have no doubt of that.
Until next week.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for joining me in the commentary box tonight.
And don't forget, any of the drivers that's watching, anybody touches anybody's rear wing in Park Fermi, you get 50 points off your standings. So a little F1 joke for you there.
Oh, that
Anybody that
happens to
watched
happen
F1
to
at the yeah, anybody that's watched F1 at the past weekend will know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't touch the rear wings.
Cotton's on the back of my car looking. He's touching as well.
But no, that was brilliant racing. Big thanks again to BXTN90 for pulling these extra boys in the last minute. The only other thing I'd like to add is apologies for anybody that witnessed what happened on the final couple of turns. I did already address it in the stream, but yeah, that person will not be allowed back. So clean racing from here to the end of the championship. Only a few races left to go, and let's see if DJ can hold on to that lead at the top of the championship.
Yeah, but Cotton and Websy both are definitely putting in the hard work trying to whittle down that points lead.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting as we get to the later stages, and especially the curveball. The last race of the season is going to be on the brand new track in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. It's going to be an interesting season closer. That.
Well, I'm guessing a lot of these drivers are already putting in practice time to get used to that new track.
Yeah, because one of the things that we do in MSR on the last race, so it will happen at Jeddah this year, is we work off a reverse grid of the Drivers' Championship. So whoever's leading. So for instance, if it's Mr. DJCJ, he will go into the last race starting in the very last box on the grid, and the cars are locked on setup, so everybody's equal.
Oh wow, that is definitely going to make for an interesting race.
So I'm assuming Mr. DJCJ wants to wrap that championship up before we get into Saudi Arabia. He does not want to have to be coming through the pack from last position.
That's true. That is true. You guys have anything else?
No, I think that I think that's it.
Just a
Unless we
big
want
thank you to
to,
Buxton, innit?
yeah, huge thanks to them for bringing these guys in. Apart from that one, yeah, saved their bacon tonight.
Definitely made for some great
And
racing.
yeah, that was I mean, I think a lot of people were expecting these guys to run away at the front, and I think the safety car might have prevented that with the amount of deployments tonight. But yeah, it was good racing that. But no, apart from that, it's thanking everybody for tuning in and watching this week, and hopefully you get the enjoyment factor from it.
For sure. Rogue, anything to say to the people?
No, I just thank you to Buxton for getting the guys in last minute. And good racing. Enjoyed it.
Very good. That was great racing from you out there. Congratulations on your fastest lap for the league.
Thank you.
And yeah, there's nothing else for Rogue and Evil. I'm Falchion, and you know me, Ghost.